got convicted as our actual enemies, you know what I'm saying? They from where they from, you know what I'm saying? They gangbangers. Skate team ain't no gang, you know what I mean? They tried to have they can deny all they want, so they tried to have like the Muslims come like squash a beef. And I started laughing because I'm hearing this weirdo whack 100 on this Clubhouse app, and he put 50 on the blind, you won't see it coming. Put 50 on who? Me? Alright, but
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're trying to type in 10 in Trap News Network. Back at the same, like cracking the same here at 10 in Trap News Network. Start getting news you can use. Start getting knowledge Gito. You ain't finna get nobody called Gito, big dog. Tap in with the tap in. You ain't tapped in with that tap in. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at 10 in Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college, big dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button. Everything we got going on here at 10 in Trap News Network. Finna jump into this content, man. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that notification bell. Hit all. Say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. We're gonna jump right into this content. Let's get into it. Munchie B and how the beef started with Draco. Let's go.
You know, I don't even know this, but how your started with Draco, man. I'm curious, man.
I ain't had no history with Draco. I don't know that dude. I just know that he was getting disrespectful in music towards my homeboy. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you out. So like, why be in music disrespectful and never coming back in that stat and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't do it. Like, so. That was my thing, so I disrespected back, you know what I mean?
Why did they even bump heads? Like, what's the...
I don't think the homie even knew Draco.
Yeah, now the Draco Munchie B situation has been something that's been a skeptic and a kind of a lore of what's going on. Nobody really is 100% sure of exactly what started this outside of the people who are involved, and unfortunately both of those men are deceased. But that all being said, the whole situation pretty much did go out of hand, and once blood is spilled, you can imagine that people aren't too big on making peace. But, you know, X, Y, and Z.
They didn't bump heads, bro. Draco didn't do nothing. Like, it's correct. Draco said, "Oh, let's get up out of here." Like, he didn't do nothing. The thing that made Inglewood upset is like the disrespect after the homie passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you overcame the case that you was innocent for. So, like, what you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
I mean, the dudes that got convicted is our actual enemies, you know what I'm saying? They from where they from, you know what I'm saying? They gangbangers. Skate team ain't no gang, you know what I mean? Like what? I gonna beef with some rappers or some non-affiliates, but they took on they felt like they wanted to be disrespectful. I guess that's like to get the views, or you know what I mean, sound like a murderer and rap about guns that they ain't bust before, you know what I'm saying? But you know. And that's another thing. I try to, like, you know, I did enough of the disrespect in the Draco thing. I be trying to stay away from that, you know what I mean? But sometimes I get baited in. Like that stupid young dude, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling him that he's an idiot because you an Asian and the distinct team name
came from a derogatory term used towards the Asians because they said that they had an odor about themselves, so it's called the stink team because the Asians had a poor odor, is what he's saying.
It comes from disrespecting the Asians, saying that Asians have an odor and stinky chinkies and all that, right? So I said stupid young and stupid dumb for doing music with them. I would do, and he tried to say since he's Cambodian, he not talking to them type of Asians, bro. They not looking to see if you are Asian or Chinese or Japanese when they go in their houses. It's just Asians, dumbass. Like, feel me? If they had a group called the African Booty Scratchers, I ain't doing no music with them. I know they.
There was a group called the African Booty Scratchers. That's real though. He's making a point. Talking
about the Nigerians, bro, but I'm not doing it. Black is black to me. Am I crazy?
Nope.
So like, you know what I mean? So, but he was just because of Draco. He did that, man. Stop bringing Draco up. Like, people trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll force me to say something stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if Draco was a part of the Temptations, this wouldn't be a conversation. But it's the thing, the Steve team is disrespecting your origins, dummy. You know what I mean? That's what that was. But yeah, I try to stay away from. Well, I try to slow down on that. You know what I mean?
Could we see y'all, you and what's his name, Ralphie, or anybody from Sync Team?
Hell no.
Yeah,
That was a very strong hell no. That was very strong disapproving hell no.
something like that, huh?
No. It ain't up like that. You just stay over there. I'ma stay. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. We ain't gotta be gunning at each other. But we ain't gotta talk either. I don't want to talk to them dudes. What would make somebody go do some disrespectful songs about somebody I ain't you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, nah, hell no. I wouldn't want to do no talking with them dudes.
But you know that's the wave right now. You came from Chicago, everybody dissing the dead, you know.
Hey, look. The Chicago dudes is dissing their ops. Like, bro.
Not only them Chicago dudes dissing their ops, they going crazy about their ops for sure.
Hey, look, man. I'm gonna tell you what's funny, right? They tried to have they could deny it all they want to. They tried to have like the Muslims come like squash a beef or some shit, right? So, and I started laughing because I'm hearing this weirdo Whack 100 on this Clubhouse app, and he's like, yeah.
Hey, you know what I've learned? As long as there's free Wi-Fi, we're always going to have to hear the opinions of people that are stupid. Pretty much. As long as there's free Wi-Fi. Or somebody like me paying for your Wi-Fi. Shout out to Odium Slim. That's wild.
He rest in peace now. The dude Pitbull, I guess he's from Harlem. He a Pitbull, he's gonna squash it. I'm like, how you keep talking about this Harlem Pip go squash something with us? And then I hear him say it again. I'm like, oh, he a Muslim. I start putting two and two because I believe some Muslim dudes hotter than my big homie, one of my G homies, and when he brought it to his attention, I think my big homie was like, oh yeah, and walked away and didn't care about it because I think he saw, he don't know what Stink Team is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Well, I don't think that he knows. I mean, it's not a gang, so I wouldn't imagine that somebody who's an older gang member would be, you know, caught up on what exactly the Stink Team is as far as their representation in the music and or in the streets, because that's not necessarily their generation. So I'm sure that somebody from an older generation that's from an actual solidified documented gang would have a hard time understanding the validity of getting into it with the Stink Team without knowing the totality of the history between the two groups.
When it got brought up again, and Skip Townsend called me like, hey, Munchie, did anybody talk to y'all about hollering at the Stink Team? Y'all in the moon? Like, hell no. And we ain't interested. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's like, and he's like, I told you, and hung up. So I'm like, okay, maybe Wack is talking about this with that, like, but, man, hell no, man. Ain't nobody, man. Hell no. They ain't too disrespectful. We can't take disrespect back. Hell no.
You can't take disrespect back. Unless you gotta squash your beef with Flacco, then you'll have grown men on their knees getting their head patted like a good boy.
I wonder who even proposed trying to like send like FOI or Nation of Islam or something like to come squash something anyway. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how that go?
Now, if somebody was trying to mediate that issue between Munchie B and the Sting Team that even went so high as the Nation of Islam and all that kind of stuff, it could have went far. You feel me? It could have went far, it could have went far, it could have went far. But it just shows that a lot of people involved were invested and interested in this situation, not going overboard. So here we are.
Like, I'm trying to figure out, and I ain't disrespecting nobody. Like, it be seeming like they got the respect for Farrakhan where he could like squash beefs and shit. Like, and I wonder how though. Hey, so well, when it comes to squashing beefs, I believe the people that was participating, they need to be in agreement. Like, if you wasn't the ones participating in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you wasn't even taking part in this, you can't say stop nothing, you know what I mean? Right. So I feel that. And on top of that, a lot of times you don't need to force it. Like, time be healing like over time, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then a lot of times, like when we like oppressed or whatever, that bring us together though. You know what I mean? Cause like the 30s and the 40s, they came together at that King Parade. What was that like? 05 or 06 after they executed Tookie.
Yeah.
So then they came together though. So like, you know, it be little shit like that though. But I can't see they like trying to like have some Muslims mediate anything as far as Englewood family and anything else. You know what I'm saying? But you know.
Well, I'm sure there's somebody within the Englewood family community that has that relationship, you feel me, that is able to, you know, mediate these problems.
Happen with some people or some fractions or you know what I mean. But, no, I'm with the stand on your side and you stand on your side. Not so much the peace, but like you know what I'm saying. You stay over there, you stay over there. That's what I'm more so like. You know what I mean? No, I never force nothing.
But has Ralphie ever really said nothing disrespectful to you?
You know how I feel about Ralphie? I feel his brother has always been a leader, and he's following his brother's lead. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel. And yeah, man. You got people that's what I feel. And then I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Having too many yes men around ain't never straight. You know what I mean? Like I think somebody should have told Draco a long time ago, like, man, kick back. Like with all the, you know what I'm saying, Ingleweird.
So somebody should have for sure told Ralphie to stop rapping.
This and this.
Just saying that people around you gonna keep it 100.
Dead homie. Oh, put 50 on the blind. You don't see it coming. Put 50 on who? Me? All right, but that's gotta be yes men around. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you start speaking up against them, then you can't go to the club with them, or you'll get cut off and they be scared. You know what I'm saying? They still want to party, but having too many yes men around ain't never straight, bro. Like real. Cause I know I used to go off the deep end a lot though, but there was some people around like them, like, man, you could kick it, like whether I listen or not, they try to tell me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know, man.
There you go, man. So we up out of here. Big shout out to S. Wiggins. Shout out to Worldwide Wiggins doing his thing. We up out of here to the next one. Y'all know the deal is red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Angels, please free. We go.